O Father Zeus, that rulest over the height of our Tiberium, grant honor to the hymn ordained in praise of an Olympian victor, and to the hero who hath found fame for his prowess as a boxer. I may be Diagoras of Rhodes, or Clytomachos, or the great Argisaros of Trythia, but I like to think that I am Theogenes of Thassos, the heroic boxer who won the Olympic Games in both the Pygmachia and the Pancration, and triumphed at the Pythian, Nemean, and Isthmian Games, twice becoming Periodonikis. Who knows? Now I'm at a good age. I've fought and I'll go on fighting. I am exhausted. I'm wearing these lethal gloves, Hemantis oxides. My face and the whole of my body bear the wounds from my adversary's blows, from which blood flows. My life has given me much satisfaction. I was brought up to fight and endure pain, but I would never have imagined that my feelings could be so masterfully captured and expressed in bronze. Captive Greece captured in turn her uncivilized conquerors and brought the arts to rustic Latium. Like many Greek works, the bronze statue of the boxer at rest came to Rome after the Roman conquest. It is from the Hellenistic period, the 1st or 2nd century BC, and is likely inspired by the great 4th century works of the circle of the sculptor Lysippos. The Romans liked living in the Greek way. They absorbed the culture and decorated public and private places with Greek sculptures. The boxer is one of the symbols of this progressive Hellenization of the Roman world. This bronze work of art was found in Rome in 1885, on the slopes of the Quirinale Hill, site of the former baths of Constantine. The statue was lucky to escape the destruction of the bronze sculptures in the following centuries, as it was cleverly and deliberately buried in the foundations of a building in order to be preserved. It is very likely that this masterpiece was originally on public display and an object of worship in the hero cult, as we can deduce from the toes on the right foot worn by the touch of many hands. The boxer was made by soldering different sections cast using the lost wax process. The details are made using different alloys and copper inlays. Even the missing eyes were probably made from a different colored material.
Siamo nelle grandi aule delle terme di Diocleziano al Museo Nazionale Romano e oggi ci sono tutte le casse dei materiali che andranno a Pechino per la grande mostra Tota Italia, una mostra che è stata presentata alle scuderie del Quirinale a Roma nel 2021 e che adesso per l'anno della collaborazione tra la Cina e l'Italia sarà presentata al Museo Nazionale di Pechino. È una mostra della Direzione Generale Musei che è organizzata insieme col Museo Nazionale Romano, che coinvolge una trentina di musei dell'Italia, musei nazionali, musei civici, insomma la rete nazionale dei musei archeologici del paese. Ovviamente non si può mandare in Cina per diversi mesi l'originale del pugile che è presentato a Palazzo Massimo, una delle 4 sedi del Museo Nazionale Romano. E quindi si è pensato di fare una copia di questo pugile, un'impresa molto importante ma anche molto difficile perché è un'opera molto complessa, di geometria complessa, ma che ha anche un pathos.
Dopo il David, ecco una nuova sfida, il pugilatore, il pugile a riposo. È una scultura difficile da riprodurre. Pensare ad una copia in bronzo chiaramente innesca un processo diverso rispetto a quello che abbiamo affrontato per una copia in pietra. E gli step sono sempre gli stessi, dapprima una scansione, quindi l'acquisizione tridimensionale, ed è ciò che rimane per il futuro, perché in un momento in cui si sta avviando il piano nazionale di digitalizzazione, ecco che riuscire anche a dare degli input su quelle che sono le caratteristiche di qualità di questi dati diventa importante.
To make the model of the boxer at rest, we used the two most common sculpture digitization techniques, laser scanning and photogrammetry. These techniques take measurements without touching the object, so they are used to digitize very valuable objects such as works of art in total safety. The survey was performed using a triangulation laser scanner with a digital sensor to record the signal reflected by the object and produced by a laser emitter. In order to acquire the geometry of the sculpture, the handheld scanner is moved a short distance from the object while the result is checked on a computer in real time. The scanner very accurately acquires the geometry but not the color. So the photogrammetry technique was used alongside the laser scanner to record information on the surface colors. Structure from motion photogrammetry digitally rebuilds the geometry and color of an object, starting from a series of photographs taken to frame each point from different angles. The photogrammetry provided the high-quality color needed to study the finish of the physical model. To obtain a model of the work that can be reproduced with a 3D printer, the points model produced by the scanner has to be transformed into a mesh model. That is, a continuous surface made of triangles. In this phase, the color information was also transferred from the model obtained by photogrammetry to the geometrically more accurate laser scanner model. The resolution of the currently available 3D printers is lower than the resolution of the models obtained using the digitization process, so the mesh model has to be simplified without sacrificing the quality of the details. The digital twin took shape from a particular type of 3D print which uses ultraviolet light to transform layer after layer of gel into a solid and resistant material. The copy was made by joining separately printed parts together. The points where the sculpture could be divided were carefully planned in order to produce a 3D print whose resolution varied depending on the amount of detail. The head was separated from the body at the neck, while the forearms were cut off at elbow height. Lastly, great attention was paid to the finish, which was made with a metallization process that fuses bronze particles onto the printed surface. With this technique, the copy could simulate the color of the oxidation and marks produced by the passing of time. Particular attention was paid to reproducing the inlay, which in the copy was not made by adding different materials like in the original, but by coloring. There is no doubt that this is an innovative process which has not been used often in the cultural heritage field. The surface of the rock that the boxer is sitting on was made using a different treatment. Printed in the same manner as the body, it has a stone finish similar to the part made in the 19th century that the original sits on. The replica of the boxer was made by combining different skills and technologies in a single project that placed avant-garde techniques alongside more traditional craftsmanship.
Siamo qui davanti all'originale del pugilatore in riposo nel Museo Nazionale di Roma. Sicuramente una grande emozione, ma anche una bella soddisfazione rilevare che la copia è riuscita a riprodurre gran parte delle caratteristiche più importanti di questa meravigliosa opera.
From now on, the original work will be protected thanks to this faithful reproduction that will travel to international museums and exhibitions as a messenger of culture and friendship between peoples.